my face so that it doesn't sound like I'm yelling.
Keep it pretty close. Are we recording on there?
How do I sound right now?
That looks pretty good.
All right.
Maybe a little closer.
A little bit closer?
Yeah, put it right up. You might share some germs with Aaliyah.
Oh,
you cool with that? Gross. You both have similar hair, so I think it's all right.
Oh, okay.
What's up, guys?
Aaliyah's really cool.
Aaliyah's very, very cool.
She's right there.
Where is she? Did she leave?
She just left.
Aaliyah? Maybe just pop her head in and say hi. Anyways, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Counterculture Pod. I'm here with Rodrick from Meme for Time. We're at the 2023 CrossFit Games. What's up, dude?
Hi, how are you?
I'm great, man. Living life.
Beautiful weather we're having.
Beautiful, beautiful weather. It's actually like hotter than heck.
It's like similar to San Diego right now.
You're in San Diego?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm from San Diego.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. 3 years old. Are you Hispanic?
I am Mexican.
Mexican?
Yeah, and
half
Portuguese.
Mexican.
And Portuguese.
Portuguese too?
Yeah.
Nice. All
My
right.
mom's from Portugal.
Half and half?
I don't know if it's half. How does that work? I'm not a geneticist.
What's your dad?
My dad's Mexican.
Mexican?
Something else because his parents were adopted, so we have no idea. We have a little idea, but.
All right, cool. Well, we got something in common. Mexican.
And San Diego.
Would you have guessed that I was Mexican looking at me?
I wouldn't even have guessed.
No.
No.
You wouldn't even guess what I was
like,
at all.
O'Reilly Holmes, and you'd be like, O'Reilly, and then I'd be like, for sure.
Like, yes, and then we just start speaking fluent Spanish to each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Except I don't know fluent Spanish
Me
at all.
neither.
All right. That's good. Sweet, man. Well, hey, I wanted to sit down with you, especially after I saw your YouTube video, because we have a eerily similar story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was strange to me. So why don't you get me started with, when did you start doing content?
Okay.
And why did you start in the first place?
Okay, I started doing content in 2013.
Okay.
And a friend of mine is the one who wanted to start doing content. And I was like, yeah, let's do this together. So we started doing content.
Sweet.
And we
Nice.
made really, really boring coaching videos with no character, with no charisma.
You started with fitness videos?
Yep.
Really?
I was doing
Okay.
CrossFit in 2012, 2013. It was like, hey, let's make videos. So we would get questions in the gym all the time, right? People would be like,
Yeah.
hey, how do I do toes to bar? How do I do pull-ups? My ankle hurts or something.
Sure.
And we were like, hey, what if we just take the common questions we get, create a video, and that way when someone asks, we can show them the exercises to do, and then also send them the video so they don't have to ask us about 69,000 times.
So I can do it like at home and all that stuff.
Yeah. Or they can come into the gym, pop up the video, and be like, oh, here's the exercises that, they wanted me to do to help with thoracic extension or
Sure.
to improve my snatch or because this hurts or stuff like that.
Were you like a YouTube consumer at the time?
Oh, I consumed so much YouTube.
Were you into like all the OG fitness influencers and stuff?
Absolutely. Like
Yeah.
Matt Ogus.
Dude, yeah.
What is it? Physiques of Greatness. What is it?
Chris Jones. Represent Physiques
of Greatness. Christian Guzman.
Yeah.
Max Tuning, like all of those dudes. And then, what really actually inspired me to finally start making YouTube videos was Nick Bear.
Really?
Yeah, watching
Nick
him when he was in Korea, just in his hotel room, talk about what he's creating, like the
Dude,
stuff that
yeah.
he's doing, and his like vlogs that he was doing out there.
Yeah. I actually remember that, and I remember the whole move from Korea back to the States. Dude, he's had such a crazy story himself.
Yeah.
But anyways,
He's a savage.
So you started with creating content based around like movement and actual fitness.
Coaching. CrossFit coaching.
Okay, sweet. What happened to your buddy? You still make content with him?
No, we don't make content. After a few months, it was kind of like, hey man, this is your thing. You do it. I'll find my own thing. Like, let's just not do this together.
Yeah.
And then he just took it over on his own.
Were you? Oh, so you said that to him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't continue making content
Yeah, I just
after
made
that?
like challenge videos and like random fun stuff that I didn't want to do coaching videos anymore.
Okay. So were you into like, what kind of YouTube content did you like consume after that?
The same.
The same stuff?
Yeah, the same. Like all of those like natural bodybuilders.
Yeah.
Natural bodybuilders.
Okay. Yeah. Natural.
All those dudes. I really enjoyed like the day of eating. The
Max
regular
Tuning's the
vlogs.
150 days or whatever he's done.
Just all those dudes. It was super enjoyable just watching them. And it's funny too because I go back and I see my comments from 13 years ago on there. I'm like, that's crazy.
Dude.
The mindset I had and what I was trying to achieve then is so different from what I'm doing now.
How do you mean?
Like I was like, I'm going to be a bodybuilder, like a natural bodybuilder. I want to do bodybuilding. The day before I found CrossFit, I signed up for a 3-year LA Fitness membership.
No way.
Yeah.
And you had to keep it?
I did. Yeah, of course. You can't get out of the contracts.
I don't know, dude. Sometimes, yeah, I guess you're right, actually. I did work at a box for a while, and that was the one thing that they always pushed was like, sign them into the contract so that they can't leave. And if they did, it was like a huge fee.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
At a CrossFit gym?
Oh, not a box. Sorry, a big box gym.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Like a LA Fitness or
Right.
whatever. But it was called B Fitness. That's where I used to work.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Cool,
They're
man.
gonna sue you now. Cease and desist.
They might,
I'm
with
just
all the
kidding.
followers, with all the people watching so far. Cool, man. So what made you go from like bodybuilding into CrossFit then?
Yeah, well, I wasn't a bodybuilder. I was like 120 pounds. It was just, I didn't really know much about training. I didn't know how to approach it. And I saw on ESPN News, fun fact, Rich Froning pulling the sled across the finish line at the 2011 or 2012 games. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I went to the 2012 games. So I think it was 2011 on ESPN News.
Sweet.
And at the end of it said, find a local box near you. So I typed it in and it was 0.4 miles away. And I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to look like those guys.
Yeah.
And I signed up the next day.
Nice, dude. That's cool. So when I was 2013, around that time, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking. So 2013, I was competing in like powerlifting, strongman, stuff like
Okay.
that. So I had this like skewed version of CrossFit in my head, like you were supposed to hate it just because we were in that like zone, you know? And come to find out years later now, I'm like, holy crap, dude, I understand why people bought into this so much, you know? The feeling that it gives you and even the mental like state that it puts you in where like you just feel like you can do anything, you know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah, dude, I thought it was cool. So, all right, so you do the content with your friend. Where does content come back after
Yeah,
that?
I still was creating content. It just wasn't
The challenge
around
videos?
coaching.
Right.
It was like challenge videos, you know, like put a PVC pipe on your head and do a pistol, or throw a ball with a wall ball and do a muscle up and catch the ball behind your legs, and just stuff that you wouldn't typically see people doing.
Yeah, so it was always based around fitness.
It was always CrossFit related.
Okay, cool. And so while you're like doing the content, what other types of jobs are you in?
So my parents helped me pay for my 3-year membership at LA Fitness.
Nice.
And then when I found CrossFit, then literally like the next day, I was like, hey, I want to do this. And they're like, yeah, get a job, bro. Like, we just helped you pay for the other membership. And it was like $600 for 3 years. But regardless,
Yeah.
went to the gym. It's like, it was like $125 a month for CrossFit. And I was like, all right, well, let me go find a job.
Yeah.
So I got a job at this making pizzas and washing dishes.
Nice.
And I did that to save up enough money to pay for CrossFit.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's sick. Just because you wanted to do it that bad?
Yeah, that bad.
Wow, dude. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, do you $600? I mean, that's a lot for anybody, really.
That was for
you
LA
know?
Fitness, and I was like 17 or 18 years old.
Yeah.
And I had never really had a job up to that. Like, my parents were like, you don't need a job in high school. We'll cover you.
Yeah.
I was in marching band, so like they were
Nice.
like, just focus on marching band,
Yeah.
get good grades. We got you covered.
Yeah.
And if you want to do anything besides that, like extra after I graduated, they're like, then you have to get a job.
So that's what I was gonna kind of ask about, like your childhood. Did you come from kind of like lower class or middle class? Where'd you come from?
No, I guess both my parents were like really poor.
Okay.
My dad had 6 brothers and sisters, didn't even have a bathroom on the inside of their house, took
Wow.
a bath in a bucket,
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah,
that. And then he joined the Marine Corps and, made an okay amount of money. And then my mom's from Portugal, they didn't have any money.
Yeah.
And then my dad met her, put the Riz on her.
Yeah.
When he was wearing his nice uniform, Marine Corps uniform, and they came back to the U.S., right? My sister was born, then I was born. I mean, I didn't get everything I wanted.
Yeah.
But I mean, I lived a good life.
Cool.
So, yeah.
That's good, man. Yeah, cool. The reason again I ask is because like the whole idea is like seeing where people come from in the first place, to where they're getting to now.
Right.
And now that your page is blowing up and stuff, I see a very bright future for you.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
I really do, because your content is fun, dude. It's just like it's captivating. It catches people's eyes, and I love it at least. So
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. So bringing it back again, you're making content around fitness. When does it start getting into like the memes?
Yeah, I always enjoyed the memes. I always enjoyed, like, most of the memes that were being posted at the time were just like a picture with words on the top. It wasn't anything new. And probably the biggest meme person at that time was someone, their Instagram handle was Kickastinada.
Okay.
And that was like the one. They had like 20K followers. It was crazy for CrossFit. And seeing that, I was like, I mean, I can do this. I feel like I could do this. That's when I was like, okay, I started posting random memes on my personal page of pictures with words on it.
Sure. Okay, so it started with like the actual pictures, not the videos.
Not the video. The videos took me a very long time to start.
When did that start? The memes, the picture.
2
memes?
years ago.
Years.
Picture memes?
Yeah.
2014.
How many followers did you have back then?
1,000.
1,000.
And that was my personal page.
Okay.
So Meme for Time didn't exist, I think, until 2016 or 17.
Got it.
Or maybe even later. I could look. Maybe 2019. I don't know.
I still think even like back then, I was talking to like briefly Zach Tellender. Like back in the day, I don't know if you remember, if you had 5,000 followers, people were like, holy shit, this dude is like
crazy.
Famous.
10K was like fame.
Yeah.
Especially in the CrossFit world. Like, because CrossFit was so small, 10K was crazy.
Yeah, nobody knows about CrossFit at that point. Even bodybuilders, right? If I like met somebody that had 10,000, 15,000, I was like, I remember one of my friends had 20K and she was sponsored by, was it LVFT? Was that the brand?
I don't know.
It was a clothing brand. I was like, oh my God, she's famous. She's getting flown everywhere. And yeah, but things were way different back then, dude.
Super different.
It was cool. It was good. It was like a cool evolution to see.
Yeah, for CrossFit, like CrossFit-wise, when I went to the CrossFit Games the first time, like Rich Froning's just sitting there, and you like walk up, and you're like, "Hey, man," he's like, "What's up?" Like
while he's getting prepared
up, man?
for the
yeah,
workout.
like everyone else is warming up, and they're just like chilling. Him and Ben Smith were chilling. I have a picture because I remember this so just vividly. Like, there's no security anywhere. They're literally just chilling like this, chatting like homies.
Yeah.
And
we got an accident over there.
Someone someone decided to sit on something they shouldn't have sat on. And I just like walked up and I was like, "Hey guys, can I take a picture?" And they kind of like were like, "Why?" Like,
yeah.
We're just doing CrossFit.
They didn't get that people like looked up to them at that point.
Right.
Just like, we're just working out.
Yeah,
man.
we're just chilling.
Yeah. That's funny, dude. That's cool. Okay, so then we're at so this is the part where it struck me with your YouTube video.
Okay.
Where you were like, you opened a gym. When did that happen?
I opened a gym 3 years ago, 2020.
What made you open the gym?
The gym owners that I was working with weren't super stoked on me building a business
inside the gym.
Yeah, I asked their permission and they said yes, and then they started not appreciating it.
What? So like, what didn't they appreciate about it?
I don't know exactly. I'm not going to speak for them. It just became really challenging too. Like, I would make something and they didn't really like whatever I made, and they'd have something to say about it. And it's just got exhausting to be anxious when I made a post.
Oh, on social media, they wanted like control over what you posted.
In a way, right?
Okay.
Again, I'm not going to speak.
We don't have to trash talk.
Yeah, I can only speak from my experience, but it was like, I need control over what I want to do, and the only way that's going to happen is if I own everything and the gym.
Yeah. Well, dude, it's your stuff, and you wanna create the way you want to create. You can't feel weird about it.
I do. Yeah. Again, with the equipment portion too. Like, if I want to drop a barbell, it better be my barbell.
Yeah, for
if I
sure.
want to pour milk on myself, which I said in my video, it's like, I'll pour it on my rower.
Oh man, when somebody drops one of my barbells empty in my gym, I'm like, I gotta be nice to you, but oh my gosh, dude, it's tough.
It definitely is. Coming from the coaching world too. It depends on the situation, right? Someone drops it, they've never done it before.
Oh, different.
Hey, don't drop barbells. We don't do that here.
Right.
Usually they're like very apologetic. So sorry, and then it's like, no big deal. If you do it again, that's when I'll be upset.
Yeah.
Or hey, drop an empty barbell if you might hurt yourself. Whatever you're doing. Like, I can replace the barbell, but I can't replace your shoulders.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, you gotta be after people's safety first. Sure. Yeah. So you open the gym because of that. And then is this when like the actual inception of Meme for Time really starts to happen?
Like I said, I can look at my profile and see when it was created, but like on Meme for Time, I was just posting regular memes, like picture words. And then I took a lot of inspiration from Trey Kennedy and Trevor Wallace, the type of skits they were making. If you guys don't know who they are, they're hilarious. You can check them out on YouTube. Trevor Wallace has a really popular one for Bang Energy. Okay. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's a hilarious skit.
Well, maybe. I don't. What is it? What is the concept of it?
He's just like talking about like Bang Energy, and it's just a whole skit on like he's crazy and like goes.
I don't even know if I know who Trevor Wallace is. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah. He's been popular. He's a comedian. He does stand-up comedy now too.
Okay.
But I was like, I think I can bring that flavor to the CrossFit space. Nobody's really doing it.
Yeah.
So let me try. But it took a long time for me to commit to actually trying.
Wait, I think I do know who that is. He's like kind of skinnier.
Yeah,
like
skinny white
short.
dude.
Yeah. Okay, I know. He's the dude that does the car thing where he's like, oh, these girls are so wet or whatever when he like.
Yes, like in his Subaru or his like he does a bunch of different skits. Like,
the vaping stuff.
Dudes who get the Generation 2 AirPods.
Yes. Okay, I know who that is.
Yes.
Cool. I see that in your content actually.
Thanks. Yeah. I really look at, again, him and Trey Kennedy. the type, like the flow, the way they do their skits, I just really enjoy it. I'm not saying mine is quality as theirs. That's just where I drew my inspiration on. Like, I want to be in the videos and act, not just post pictures or videos with the words anymore. Have you always like had, like since you were younger, have you always like had this character idea? Like, do you because you obviously really enjoy what you do. Yeah. That's always been something that you've like wanted, or? I have no idea. I don't know when I decided I think this would be cool. Okay. I'm not sure. Nice. So for me, when I started making content a very long time ago. I'm nowhere near where you're at all, right? But like I have this thing in me, right? When I talk to everybody on this podcast, I'm like, I feel like there's certain things that you have in your heart, right? And if you don't accomplish them, you might never be fulfilled or whatever. Right. And one of my things is like content. I just want to create. I'm a creative person. I want to put my ideas out there. And if I don't try, I'm going to feel really like bad about it at the end of the day, right? Like I want to live with no regrets, So that's where it comes from for me. You don't have so ever since I was a kid, that's how I felt. I just want to like create. I want to do something bigger. I want to create a brand that's bigger than me, but I also want to do the stuff that you're doing or what we're doing right now. So you can't pinpoint a time that you have that, huh? That you had that? No, I thought, so graduating high school, I was in marching band for 4 years. I did winter drumline. Like I was really passionate about music. Yeah. And originally I was a music major. So nice. I thought my life was going to be music performance. I thought I was going to play percussion, get my degree in music performance. Yeah. And that was it. Did I know how I was going to like make it or make money? No, that's what I thought I was going to do. Then I found kinesiology and I was super interested in fitness, and I was like, okay, let's doing this. And then I thought my passion was full-time coaching for the rest of my life. Graduated college, started a full-time job coaching. Yeah. Then that gym got destroyed, moved to a different gym. Then I started doing one-on-one training before that gym got destroyed, but then I really started focusing on it at that gym. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll do one-on-one training with a little bit of that. Yeah. And I was creating content, and I thought I wanted to be an athlete. So I kind of have just been like, I just naturally let the progression happen and just strive my best there. But I've learned to like, if I'm going in a direction and I find this is like, something's pushing me more here, then I'll go there. Like all of those things have led me. I thought I was going straight here, and it's been like, okay, maybe it's not just group coaching. Maybe I'll do one-on-one coaching too. Maybe it's not just one-on-one coaching. Maybe I should create content. Maybe it's not just coaching content. Maybe I make something that's funny. I bring my actual character into it. Like I think people see my videos and they're like, that's not how that guy is in real life. There's no way. Yeah. And then they meet me and they're like, I totally didn't think that this is how you were. So they just think it's like a character always. Yeah, like this, you can ask my wife. Like my wife will take videos at home sometimes. Yeah. And she'll she's like private. She does not want to be in the spot, like none of that. But like our friend group, she's like, if you're wondering, like, yes, he's dancing. He's doing this, like, he doesn't know I'm recording. This is just who he is. He's the actual funny guy. I don't know if I'm that funny, but I do dance and like do random stuff all the time. I do jump on the counter, box jump on the counter, all of that. Handstand walk in the house. In the house, she lets you do that in the house? We have a good combo in the relationship. Good, man. When did you get married, by the way? I got married 5 years ago. Congrats. Cool. Thanks, brother. Yeah. Appreciate it. Yeah, young, 25. Yeah, 25. Wow. We've been together since I was 17 and she was 18. No shit. Yeah. Wow. Right after I graduated, she moved next door to me. Wow. And I left her love notes and chocolate and roses on her. No, you didn't. Did you really? Yeah, that's right. Wow. That's like a real romantic story. Yeah. And then I was like, you want to be my girlfriend? And she was like, yeah. And then we've been together ever since. That's fucking cool. Thanks, man. Sweet, man. I appreciate that. I really like, that's one thing that I'm like, so we've only been together for almost 2 years, but like I'm super, I don't want to say passionate because that's not what I am, but I really think that like longer term relationships are actually the thing that people should be doing. Like, that's my idea at least. I think being married is awesome. I bet it is. Yeah. I love having I know that no matter what I'm doing, there's one person that I want to be happy with. It's like wifey. That's my wife. Yeah. I go home, my wife's there. I screw up something or I don't do something right, I feel like my wife's supporting me no matter what. And that's I feel like people in relationships who like see the memes with my wife in them. Yeah. I do get DMs quite often like, it's so cool that your wife's been so supportive through all of your entire journey. Yeah. Not once has my wife questioned like, are you really gonna make memes? Are you really gonna do this? It's always just like follow what you want to do, and like I'm here with you no matter what.
That's so cool, dude.
Yeah.
It sounds like you found like the person.
She's my person for
That's
sure.
so dope, dude. I love that.
Thanks, bro.
I love that
Appreciate
story. Yeah. So, okay. We're going to bring it back.
All right.
Not the love story is great.
Yeah.
We're going to I really do appreciate that so
for
much,
sure.
man. That's cool. All right, so you were coaching,
Yep.
you open your gym.
Yep.
So you open your gym because of the stuff at the other gym. We don't need to talk about it again, but what are you doing? Are you like running a gym or are you
So I went into this space going, okay, I was a group coach for CrossFit. The very first gym I coached at, I helped them paint. I helped them create the gym from the ground up. I coached their 5 and 6 a.m. classes. I coached 6 a.m. at a discount, and then I coached 7, 8, and 9 a.m. for free. Because they didn't want to give me, like they said, hey, we can pay you for 5 a.m.
Okay.
And I was like, I'll do the rest of the classes for free if you let me do them. Because I wanted the experience. I wanted to be there.
So you were hustling before you were hustling.
So yeah, I was going 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I would go home, take a 15-minute nap, drive to school, go to school all day, come home, finish my training, then do it again, do my homework. And all that stuff.
I'm getting the timeline right now. So you were in college while you're coaching like that.
Yes.
How long did it take you to get your degree?
Like 4 years, and then I did 1 semester in the 5th year.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Keep going with that story.
I don't remember what I was supposed to talk about.
So so are you were talking about how you helped them paint, you did all the coaching.
Oh yeah, so I helped them build the gym. Then I moved to this next gym, and I helped them expand. I was their first full-time coach. It was my dream job. I loved them. They were incredible. I just talked with the owner on the phone a few days ago, and he's like so stoked on where I'm going, what I'm doing.
Yeah.
He's crushing it now. Anyway, again, I helped them expand. We spent a lot of money on this expansion. The gym got destroyed in an accident like a year and a half in.
Whoa.
So,
okay.
And I started doing one-on-one personal training while I was there.
Yeah.
So I did 8 hours a day there, like 5 days a week. And within the 8 hours, I did a few group classes and a few one-on-ones.
Yeah.
And it was like profit sharing, essentially. Okay. I don't know if that's the right term, but it's, whatever, right? I found a passion for one-on-one, and I realized, wow, you can make a lot more money.
Way more.
Doing one-on-one, because typically as a CrossFit coach, they pay you, $20 an hour, maybe.
Yeah.
Then I moved to this next gym, and they had different owners, different leadership, different structure. So there's no profit sharing here. It was $20 a class, back to $20 a class. So I had to make the majority of my income off one-on-one.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I had. And I was like, okay, this is what I'm enjoying, the one-on-one stuff, and I'm seeing a lot of progress from people way faster than in the group classes.
Yep.
But I did like the combo.
Right.
When I started my own gym, I was like, I do not want to run group classes. I know the owners, and I watched them build their gym. Mm-hmm. They stopped being able to work out. Like, they were so crazy on the business side. They just didn't have enough help, enough knowledge to build that.
Yeah.
Not the second gym. That one got destroyed. But
were they coaching as well?
they were coach. Like, they did everything. It was exhausting. So I knew that I don't want to run group classes. I don't want to manage coaches, whatever.
Sure.
So I'm just going to do one-on-one. But I didn't ever want a gym. So I never was thinking to myself, I want to build this and get 20 or 30 clients.
Yeah.
I just want to do enough, and I didn't know what I was going to do after that. I was like, all right, we're here at our own gym.
Yeah.
I don't know what's next.
That's crazy, because my story is like I said, it's eerily similar, right? I was working long story long, I was detailing cars, and then the gym that I was training at, my coach, so it was like a powerlifting gym. One day I show up and he's like, dude, you fucking hate that job. I was like, you're right, I do, but I'm making a lot of money. I was like 21, I was making $80K that year at 21, I was spending all my money at the bars and shit, and so he's like, why don't you just work here, because this is what you're good at. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I was like that miserable, you know what I mean? So I left, and then I started coaching there. Fast forward 8 years. I never wanted a gym either, but there was just some stuff. I realized I couldn't expand my business anymore. I wasn't able to make more. I was capped, essentially, money-wise. And so I'm like, man, all right, I got to. And as I'm realizing this, one of my buddies comes in. He's like a commercial real estate guy.
Nice.
He's like, I don't know what your plans are, but I just need you to look at this place. I walk in, and I'm like, oh, man, this is it.
Sick, yeah.
Yeah, and it allowed me to expand my business a little bit more. But as you probably know, with your own space comes so many fucking issues, dude.
So many.
So many bills, and then just random things that you never account for.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I had to actually cut my income almost in half for like the first year of us opening. That I was like, oh man, I still don't know if this is like this is the thing. Yeah.
This is not the business I was expecting.
Right. So when did you get to so you're doing one-on-ones at your gym. When did you get to the point where you were like, actually, let's talk about the sacrifices you had to make that happen. I think that would be interesting. Like what was that process like, opening it up and like getting clientele or, running everything?
Yeah. All the clients that I was working one-on-one with just came with me.
Oh, so they just all followed?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, and that was never the plan. I did not want to leave the gym that I was at. It was not the goal.
Yeah.
I didn't want to take anybody because I like on Best Hour of their Day, I was just talking with them, like I didn't want to be the number one at the gym. I wanted to help the number one make more money so that I didn't have to have the stress and the liability that they had.
Okay.
Like, let's just work together.
Yeah.
So anyway, all of them came with me to this new place, so I didn't go out and look for new clients.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't think of anything as a sacrifice. It was just like, all right, let's open a place and send it.
And just see what
happens. That's kind of how
happens.
I do everything in my life. Like, if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, then I'll just go get a different job or I'll go do something else. Like, it's not, I don't think it's that hard.
Yeah.
If I need to work anywhere, I will.
Yeah, just to pay the bills till you figure it out again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I like that mentality. I feel like a lot of people aren't willing to take risks because they're like waiting for that safety net. Like they don't want to.
They want it to be perfect.
They want it to.
It's never going to be perfect.
Perfect timing, perfect whatever. Yeah, exactly. They want their underwear to be clean enough, whatever it is. You know what I mean? But, okay, so then, you want to restart it? Yeah. All right. Just click that red button.
Will it cut your videos?
Yeah, I still haven't figured out how to get it. This you can't get to like go past 60 or 30 minutes.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Do you know how to do that?
No idea.
No? Do you do any long form content?
I used to on YouTube.
You did? Was it
I just
fitness based
used
too?
iPhone.
Yeah?
Yeah, all fitness.
Oh, nice. Cool. Where were we? Where were we at? Okay, so when did it get to the point where you were like starting to really take Meme for Time serious and thinking about like exiting the training space?
Exiting training was like 3 weeks ago.
Really? Is that really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Taking Meme for Time seriously, it was 2 years ago here at the CrossFit Games.
What did that look like?
I walked into the front door and the lady checked my ticket. Her name's Jenna and she recognized me.
Yeah.
And she's the only person to recognize me the entire weekend. But the fact that she recognized me, I turned to my friend Domo.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, man, like, if we get one person to recognize us, I bet we can get more people to recognize us if we are in the videos and, like, do a good job and provide value.
Sure.
So shout out to Jenna.
Yeah, that's awesome.
She, like,
Jenna.
works these events, but, like, she really did inspire me to go, like, man, if one person recognizes us, we can get two people to recognize us.
It just took one person to light that fire under your ass.
So I told them, I was like, hey, we're making videos, like, as much as possible this whole year.
Yeah. That's sweet.
Yeah.
I remember 2 years ago, I don't know if you remember this.
I went to the Fit Aid booth.
Yeah.
That was our first year. That was like that's when I started taking it seriously.
Okay. Yeah, I remember you gave me a thing of creatine.
Yeah, it was Creolite. It was a supplement I created.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's so how did that happen?
I was on a 100-mile bike ride, which I didn't train for. I just told my friend, like, we should ride 100 miles on our bike. And that was a terrible idea.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
But I just wanted to see if I could do it.
Did you do it?
Yeah, we did it.
Wow.
Yeah, it took us like
sweet.
12 hours, way too long. Like, normal people are doing it like 6 hours. I did 12 hours. But during it, I was like, oh, man. I was like on one of those stints where I was by myself. My friend was way far ahead of me. My quads were cramping, and I'm like, oh, I should have taken like creatine this morning. And I was like, oh, I haven't had any electrolytes today. And I was like, that'd be an interesting combination. Like, what if I put electrolytes and creatine in the same formula? And then I went home and like Googled it, researched like Google Scholar.
Yeah.
Tried to find any studies that were related to any of that combination. And then I just did research on like, what do electrolytes do? What does creatine do? I mean, creatine helps like when you're in the heat, like getting hot. Like it helps regulate heat on top of a number of other things.
Pulls water into the muscle.
Yeah, and then electrolytes, it's like, all right, you need this for regular muscle function, muscle firing, et cetera, whatever. I was like, this sounds like a good idea. So I talked to some of my friends who are way smarter than I am.
Yeah.
And I was like, does this combination make any sense? They're like, yeah, it sounds awesome. So I was like, okay, well, let's try it. So I called a supplement place that makes supplements. I was like, can you guys create this? Yep. And then I just spent a bunch of money on getting them and started selling them.
So what happened with that business?
So I decided at the beginning of this year that I was going to stop focusing on 20 different things and focus on only one thing.
Do you feel like that's really like pushed you forward?
I mean, we're here now at the CrossFit Games.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't. I paid my credit card debt off through Meme for Time.
That's sick.
My trip was paid for here.
Hell yeah.
My
dude.
lodging was paid for here. Like, yeah.
That's awesome.
It was way worth it because I was able to grow the audience and then also help companies that have helped me a ton, like Paper Street Coffee. I don't know if you guys can see it back here, but really Gabe he kind of, I don't know why he believed in me, but like he's one of the people that was just like, hey, I told him I don't have a lot of money, but I really I want to do more competitions. This was last year.
Okay.
And he was like, just come to Wadapalooza with us. You have a place to stay. Now you just have to raise money for your plane ticket.
Dude, why he believed in you, dude? This stuff is good.
Oh, thanks, man. I just didn't know him is what I mean. Like, I believe in myself, absolutely. But this guy had no reason to hook me up.
Yeah, sure.
Because I wasn't doing anything for him.
Sure. Nothing
for his company. I wasn't buying his coffee. Like, I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
He was just like, yeah, come stay with us. I stayed with him at Wadapalooza, and we really all enjoyed our time there.
Just clicked.
Yeah, and then for Florida semifinals, he was like, hey, I want you out there. And I was like, okay, what do you want me to do? How many memes? Whatever. He's like, no, I just want you there. Like, I love your energy, love your vibes here at the booth. So he paid for my ticket and my lodging.
That's fucking dope.
And I was like, dude, why is this guy doing this? Like, why is he so nice? This is crazy. Then he paid for my stay in Pasadena. I live in California, so I just drove there, but he paid for the Airbnb and all of that. So I was like, wow, like,
that's so
dude,
cool.
we can do this.
Dude, he's a nice guy, too.
Very good
what
dude.
The hell?
So Paper Street Coffee, shout out to them. I think that also helped kind of like solidify in my mind, like, okay, I am providing value to some people, and if we keep doing it and we keep, being as, like, keep it organic and raw. I don't know how to explain it.
Is that your, what's your overall mission? Is that your mission, just to make people laugh?
My mission is to make people laugh once a day.
That's sweet.
That's it.
Cool,
so I, instead of doing all, like, let me be the owner of a supplement company and a gym and a that and a this and a this, January 1st, I was like, my only goal this year is to grow my audience and make people laugh once a day. That's all I have to do.
Yeah.
I wake up, there is no other goal. That's it. And if I can do those two things, I have a successful day.
That's so important, dude. So I train a lot of high school kids, and I tell them that stuff all the time, too. I'm like, you can't have your hand in 1,000 different, containers.
Yeah.
And specifically talking about sports, right? You can't be doing, 1 million sports. If you want a scholarship for a sport, pick a sport.
Okay.
Pick it, focus on it, dedicate your time to it, train for that sport, and it'll happen. More than likely, as long as you show talent. I mean, there's a million things, right? You could have luck in one instance, but yeah, I think that's super important that you say that, to just dial in and focus on one thing.
Right.
Cool, man. So 2 years ago, you come to the CrossFit Games.
Yep.
She puts the fire under your ass. From there, what does the sacrifice look like? What are the time? I guess you don't look at much of this as like a sacrifice because you love it, right? I would say.
Yeah, no, it's more of.
Are there money struggles? Is there anything?
There was huge financial struggles for the last 2 years. Like the first year I came to the games, I put everything on my credit card.
Yeah.
And I already, didn't really have money to spend while I was here.
Okay.
And then opening up the gym, I didn't want to grow the gym. And I know it probably sounds crazy to people, like they're like, you have the opportunity to have the gym, like why didn't you want to grow it? Because that wasn't what I was passionate about.
Right.
And I'm not the type of person who's ever done anything that I don't want to do passion-wise. Like, yes, I worked at a pizza place and washed dishes because I was passionate. I became passionate about CrossFit, and I wanted to get my L1, and I used that to get my L1 to get a coaching job.
Okay.
And then I worked at a coaching job, and I worked for free a lot, and I took a little bit of income.
Yeah.
Because I loved doing that.
Right.
So same thing here. It was like, okay, well, this is the first time I was in debt. It was the first time that I was taking on more debt. Mm-hmm. And I owned the gym. The gym just paid its own bills.
That's good.
Some months it was negative.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it was tough.
It was tough.
And your wife was totally on board. She's like,
my wife's never blinked. Not once.
She's like, just go for it. Send it.
Yeah. It was just like, she's just like, I trust you. Like, you do you.
Yeah.
If there was ever struggles, I would tell her like, hey, she's covered me on rent a few times.
Yeah.
And it's like, she's just like, when you have it, I know you're gonna
make it right.
We're in this together.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And something actually super random that I don't know, I really appreciate this is me and my wife actually keep all of our finances completely separate.
No way.
Which is, I feel like, not very common. So how we've covered all of the bills throughout this entire journey is a percentage of income.
Okay.
So however much money I'm making versus however much money she's making. So the mortgage wasn't split like 50%.
Yeah.
Because the burden on me or her, if she was making more or if I was making more, would be different. We go on a trip,
Yeah.
we do percentage of income. So based on the
Oh.
entire trip. So the burden falls like similarly feeling on each of us. Luckily now,
That's a cool idea.
I mean, it's worked really well because it's like she wants to go buy like 16 random Amazon things. It's fine. It's her money. I want
Right.
to go buy a rig and like 7 rowers.
It's fine. It's your money.
Yeah, no sweat. And then we come together to handle the bills that we have.
Yeah.
And I think that actually has helped, like, because although maybe I can't pay for something, like she knows that I'll cover her when I can, and she
Yeah.
covers me when she can.
Okay. That's
and
really
then
cool.
right now it's been like, yeah, we've got this together now. Like now we're vibing.
That's dope, dude.
So it's cool.
Cool. When did you start finally making money from Meme for Time?
Last week.
Last week?
Like
No way.
Like actually.
No. So like
when's the first meme I got paid for?
Yeah, let's say that.
Man, I don't know. Maybe a year ago.
Did that do anything for you too? Was it like, oh shit?
I was like, oh my gosh. And what I actually did was they sent me an email and I just gave them like a number that I thought was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Just like for fun.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, cool, here you go, 3-month contract. And I was like,
No way.
oh wow.
That's
okay.
sick.
Yeah.
It's time to up that dollar amount now.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It really is, because I've increased followers and then I feel like the quality has become better. The relationships I have are different.
Yeah.
But
How easy or hard is it to like work with brands now that you do have the following that you have?
it depends on the company.
Okay.
Absolutely. Some brands want nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
And then some like really want to work with you, but aren't willing to give you, like, in my opinion, what you're worth. Right?
Yeah,
Like they're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay, we'll give you like a discount code and you can get paid off of that. Okay, cool. It's great if I sell you stuff, I understand, but I also do have to still make the content and
Yeah.
create the idea and edit the idea and put it out. So it's weird to me, companies that want to like, hey, we'll give you 20% of sales, period.
Just like commission.
Okay, yeah, if you want to give me just commission
Right.
and not pay me for the other stuff, then give me a higher commission.
Yeah.
If you want to pay me for my stuff, then don't give me any commission, but pay me for the stuff.
It's also like, how do you, I don't know, I've always wondered this with influencers, like how do you keep track? Do they give you like a sheet like at the end of the month? Where
So
they
most of them, it's like automatic. If
Okay.
people use your code, there's an app that will show you. So
and
like,
you'll see it.
yeah, you'll
Okay.
see that, you'll get an email. It's like, you got a sale.
Nice.
Somebody use your code.
Yeah.
And some companies are like way ahead of their time, and some companies like, you don't even know if they're tracking anything.
Sure.
But if they like your stuff and they want to continue to like pay for the content or whatever you're providing them, you're like,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
So do you want most of your contracts to be within the CrossFit fitness space, or are you
Yeah,
willing to do other things?
CrossFit's my goal. I don't see myself wanting to like expand a ton out of CrossFit. I've just started Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Nice.
And like with, it's like, I think I can make funny content and stuff in there, but do I want to go to a bunch of those events and do that? I don't really know.
Yeah.
But I really love the CrossFit community and I've been a part of it for a very long time. So yeah, if any of the companies outside the CrossFit community like want to, I don't know.
If it
when I
makes
get
sense.
there, if it makes sense and it has to be something that I'm willing to do. Hi, hello. Hi.
You want to take a picture or something? You want to?
You guys want to take a picture? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we can pause.
We'll
real
do it
quick.
live.
We'll do it live. Yeah, if you want. I'll grab that for you.
All right.
He's taking a picture with these two young ladies. Super cool. How does that feel?
Totally paid them to make. I was like, hey, come stop by the booth so I look really cool.
Exactly, yeah. How does that feel? It's gotta.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I mean, I'm super thankful for, like, if people didn't follow, comment, like, appreciate the content, like, I wouldn't have these opportunities, and I
Yeah.
understand that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not an athlete.
Right.
I'm not here just competing. Like, so some of those guys, like, they don't want to be out here mingling with everybody. They need to compete and do that.
Yeah.
But like, I can't hide from people. Like, these are the
Right.
people that are literally helping me pay my bills.
Is it something that like you look forward to? Does it get exhausting? Does it?
I 100% look forward to it, but it absolutely is exhausting.
Yeah.
But it's good, Like,
Yeah. It's
I'm
a
not-
good tired.
Yeah, I'm not going home like, oh, I can't believe all these people wanted to say hello to me. Like, what the heck? No.
Yeah, dude.
I'm extremely appreciative.
Yeah.
But when I go home, I'm definitely like,
I'm not talking to anybody.
yeah. I don't know. Like, I'm like an introverted extrovert.
Yeah, I get that.
I can be outgoing, but I'm definitely like draining my battery.
And you like your alone time?
I love, like, even my wife knows. Sometimes I come home and I'm like, give me, like, I'm gonna go shower, I'll come out
Go
a
read a book
bit.
or something, please.
Yeah, or like I'll spend a lot of time. I do spend a ton of time alone.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize that. Like,
Okay. Well, you have to work. You got to edit and do all that stuff.
yeah,
Right?
like
Yeah.
I'm alone a lot.
Yeah. I'm the same
with my
way,
dogs.
dude.
With
Yeah.
my dogs, I love my dogs.
Well, you can't be away from them, right?
Yeah. No, they really won't let me be alone ever. But they don't talk, so
Yeah.
it's easy.
It's not a choice. They just force me to be with them.
just a
all the time.
lifestyle with
Yeah.
them.
That's awesome,
Yeah.
dude. Hey, man, I really appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Thanks, man.
I close out with 3 questions.
Okay.
So, I feel like I might know some of the answers.
You should
but
answer them at the same time as me.
at the same time.
If you think you know the answer.
Dude, let's do it.
Okay.
All right. Okay. What's your biggest goal for Meme for Time this year?
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
100,000.
Penis.
Oh, it was close.
I'm just kidding, dude. The goal.
Penis.
You know what? So this is funny. On Thursday, I got like a little demotivated with myself. I was like, I don't think
Okay.
I'm doing enough,
Yeah.
and I just needed to put in perspective. Like, I'm striving to be consistent with making people laugh once a day.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
Just to keep doing it.
Just do that, because that's what I told myself I was gonna do.
Hell yeah, dude. I like that.
Just
That's
do
awesome.
that.
All right. I don't even know if these questions that are coming up even pertain to you then. It would be, what would you sacrifice to make that goal happen? To continue to make that goal happen?
Yeah, stability.
Okay.
I guess that's like, a lot of people, you being a gym owner, they're like, oh my God, I'm so envious or so jealous that you are in the gym all day, or I'm so jealous of this or whatever.
Yeah.
I get it, but sometimes they don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
if a deal goes awry, like a company's like, I don't want to work with you anymore, that's a lot of money, and potentially money I can't use to pay my mortgage now.
Dude, yeah.
If 10 members decide to leave, that's a really big chunk. So
Totally.
it's different. Like, yes, I get to do this, but also there's no stability with any of this ever.
Being your
So
own boss is cool, except for that aspect.
I don't even think except for that. I think it comes with the territory.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm willing to do that, to take the risk,
Yeah.
but I also will be rewarded for taking that risk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. 100%.
I don't know if I explain it right.
No,
it's
no,
the
you
end of the
did.
day, team, so I'm trying my
No.
best to.
You did for sure.
Yeah.
I tell people that too. I'm like, yeah, 1 month might be harder to pay the bills or whatever, but because I don't have anybody telling me what to do or whatever, I can take all the necessary risks to like reap a bigger reward.
Right.
You know? So like 1 month you might make 5K, the next you might make 15, whatever it is, that type of thing. So what are you not willing to sacrifice in order to achieve the goal?
Yeah, my relationship with my wife.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
You love her, man. That's cool.
I mean, that's like the one thing that like matters to me more than anything, right? My
Yeah.
relationship with my wife is the most important. So yeah, I'm not willing. Like, if there's something that I need to go do and like we can't make it work, like, she's first. So
I love that, dude.
Yeah, thanks,
That's
brother.
awesome.
Appreciate it.
Hey, on that, thank you guys so much for watching. Click that like button if you did like the video. Subscribe if you're new. And Rodrick, dude, thanks
Yeah,
so much
thanks,
for your
man.
time, bro.
Appreciate you having me on here.
Oh, a little awkwardness. That's all right. Cool, bro.
thank you.
Hey, man. That was great.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.